A woman was taking a shower one day when she noticed something strange. She was standing in the shower with the water running over her body. And as she looked down, she saw a shadow under her feet that didn't look like her feet at all. It was like a dark cloud hanging over her, and she couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. It was a dark, shapeless blob that seemed to be absorbing all of the light around it. At first, she thought it was just a trick of the light, but then she realized that the shadow wasn't moving as she moved. She would stand still, and the shadow would stand still. But then she would move, and the shadow would move as if it were attached to her. She tried to ignore it, but the more she tried to focus on other things, the more the shadow seemed to grow. The moment her feet hit the floor, the shadow disappeared. She looked back at the shower, but it was empty. There was no one else in there. She knew that it was only a matter of time before it came back. Finally, she turned off the water and stepped out of the shower. She was never seen again, and the house stood empty. A testament to the strange and terrifying shadow that had taken her life. She dried herself off and got dressed, but the whole time she couldn't help but feel like she was being watched. It was standing in the corner of the room, and for a moment she thought it looked like a person. Was she losing her mind? Was this some kind of hallucination? She could hear its breathing, and it sounded like it was right behind her. She turned around slowly, and what she saw made her blood run cold. She decided to change her clothes and put on something more comfortable. Maybe it was just a trick of the light, she thought. But as she walked out of the dressing room, she saw the shadow again. She tried to scream, but no sound came out of her mouth. She was frozen in fear as she watched the shadow slowly move towards her. It seemed to be coming closer and closer, and she could feel its eyes boring into her back. She ran to the window and looked out into the darkness. Shadow was gone, but she could still feel its presence in the room with her. Then suddenly, the shadow stopped. There was no one there. The room was empty. She never took another shower again. Every time she closed her eyes, she could see the shadow. From that day on, she lived in fear of the shadow. And she never let anyone in her house again.